Our visuals? Purely illustrative, crafted from stock footage. Our stories? Utterly real, bringing you facts with a dash of positivity. Let's delve into the story. In a nation born from the flames of revolution, where the youth now battle a different kind of oppression, welcome to Radiant Reports on Prottayon. In Bangladesh, over 60% of the population is under 25, translating to approximately 100 million young people out of a total population of about 166 million. To put this into perspective, this is nearly equivalent to the entire population of the Philippines. Today, we explore the courage, resilience, and unwavering determination of Bangladesh's students as they rise for justice and equality.
আমি যদি মুক্তিযুদ্ধ করি আমার ক্ষতির কারণে হয়তো আমার ছেলে মেয়ে ইফেক্টেড হবে।
Did you know that the reinstatement of a controversial job quota system, allocating 30% of government jobs to relatives of 1971 Liberation War veterans, has sparked nationwide protests? Since the protests began in early 2018, over 150 lives have been lost due to violent government crackdowns. In comparison, during the 2019 Hong Kong protests, which garnered global attention, approximately 2,000 people were injured, but the death toll was significantly lower. How far will these students go to achieve the fairness and transparency they demand? What does this struggle for justice in Bangladesh reveal about the power of youth activism in the modern world? We are not against our freedom fighters, we respect them, but the quota system must be fair. Everyone should have an equal chance based on their merits, says Aisha, a passionate student protester. This sentiment resonates through Bangladesh as students demand a system that rewards talent and hard work over connections and lineage. The government's response has been harsh. Authorities imposed a nationwide internet blackout and shut down mobile communications, silencing millions and isolating the nation from the world. Families, both within and outside Bangladesh, were left in distress, unable to contact their loved ones. These measures are reminiscent of dictatorial regimes where freedom of expression and the right to protest are ruthlessly suppressed. Since the protests began in early 2018, at least 150 people have lost their lives due to violent crackdowns by security forces. The use of rubber bullets, tear gas, and live ammunition against unarmed protesters paints a grim picture of the lengths to which the government is willing to go to maintain control. These atrocities have drawn widespread condemnation from international human rights organizations, including Amnesty International and the European Union, who have called for immediate investigations and accountability. This isn't the first time Bangladesh has faced such turmoil. The political landscape has long been dominated by two powerful families, those of Sheikh Hasina and Khalida Zia. This dynastic control has created a political environment where power often passes between these families, sidelining broader democratic engagement and perpetuating a cycle of political violence and suppression. Despite significant economic growth under Sheikh Hasina's leadership, the benefits of this development have not trickled down to the average Bangladeshi citizen. Projects like the Dhaka Metro Rail, while impressive, are seen by many as performative, benefiting a select few, while much of the population continues to struggle with poverty and lack of access to quality education and healthcare. The Bangladeshi diaspora plays a crucial role in supporting the nation. Remittances from abroad amount to over $22 billion annually, providing a lifeline for millions of families and contributing significantly to the national economy. Yet even with this substantial financial inflow, the government's inefficiencies and corruption prevent these funds from being effectively utilized to improve public welfare. Reflecting on the bravery of the Bangladeshi students and the broader implications of their struggle, it is important to recognize the power of activism. These young people are not just fighting for their rights, they are setting an example for the world, showing that collective action can challenge and change unjust systems. For those of us watching from abroad, there are steps we can take to support these efforts. Raise awareness by sharing verified information about the situation in Bangladesh on social media. Reliable sources include Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, and Al Jazeera's coverage on YouTube and their websites. You can also follow trusted social media accounts like ABD News 24 on Twitter for real-time updates. To take action, visit websites like Amnesty International's Bangladesh page, Human Rights Watch, and of ours, where you can sign petitions and support campaigns to protect human rights in Bangladesh. For my fellow Bengalis, I appeal to you directly. We have seen the destruction caused by the continuous power struggle between these two families, while we honor and are forever indebted to our freedom fighters and leaders like Sheikh Mujibur Rahman for their sacrifices. The current leaders have only deepened divisions. It's time to unite and work together to put leaders in power who truly have the interests of all Bangladeshis at heart. Like our forefathers who fought for our freedom and vision for our future, not what we see now. It's time to reclaim our country and fight for the equality and freedom that we deserve. Through peaceful democracy, despite the despicable acts of the government and police, we as people know our rights, what we deserve, and what a bright future we have in our grasp. The potential is amazing. With suitable people with merit taking lead, and the people supporting other people in need, we can grow together and become the motherland of Bangladesh we all wish for. While creating this video, several significant updates have emerged. Over the weekend, at least 27 people were killed as anti-government protesters clashed with the police in Bangladesh. Hundreds of thousands returned to the streets, demanding Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's resignation following the death of 200 people earlier this month during anti-Quota demonstrations. In July, the government shut down schools, blocked internet access, and imposed a curfew. This subdued protests for a few days after the Supreme Court reduced the government job quota for families of 1971 war heroes. This change highlights that protesting can lead to reforms. Since then, 11,000 people have been arrested. Protesters called for non-cooperation, urging people not to pay taxes or show up for work, affecting commuters in Dhaka and other cities. The police used tear gas and rubber bullets, injuring dozens. Mobile internet services have been shut down, but broadband remains active. An indefinite nationwide curfew was declared, marking a significant escalation. Despite the challenges, the spirit of activism remains strong. Communities are uniting, showcasing resilience and solidarity. Protests have sparked conversations about necessary reforms and a fairer system. Critics accuse the government of excessive force, which Ms. Hasina denies, attributing the unrest to her political opponents, the Bangladesh Nationalist Party. Clashes have resulted in further casualties, with deaths and injuries reported in various districts. Ms. Hasina has labelled the protesters as terrorists, aiming to destabilise the nation, calling for their suppression. The Supreme Court's decision to scale back the quota demonstrates that peaceful protests can achieve meaningful change. However, unity and constructive actions are essential to continue this fight for equality. Another update on this story which fills me with immense joy to report. An extraordinary victory has unfolded for the people of Bangladesh. This momentous occasion signifies a triumph of unity, resilience, and the indomitable spirit of activism, especially led by the nation's youth. Bangladesh's Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has resigned and fled to India following weeks of deadly protests. The protests, initially sparked by students, escalated into violent clashes, resulting in nearly 300 deaths over the past month. This pivotal moment in Bangladesh's history demonstrates the power of collective action. Bangladesh's Army Chief, General Waqar-uz-Zaman, has promised a solution to the crisis and an investigation into the deadly crackdowns. Sheikh Hasina, the longest-serving leader in Bangladesh's history, faced growing accusations of autocracy, skimming government money, and suppressing dissent. Her resignation marks a new chapter, akin to a second Independence Day for the citizens of Bangladesh, highlighting their strong spirits, activism, and unity. The youth and students of Bangladesh have been at the forefront of this movement, showcasing their unwavering determination to stand up for justice and equality. One student from Dhaka expressed relief, saying, "This is a new dawn for Bangladesh. We have shown that our voices matter and can lead to real change." The future of Bangladesh now hinges on the establishment of an interim government and the steps towards democratic elections. The country is poised for transformation, with hopes of more democratic and fair governance. This historic moment will be remembered forever, serving as a testament to the enduring spirit of the Bangladeshi people and the new generation's commitment to a brighter future. Today, we've explored the struggles and courage of Bangladesh's youth as they stand up for justice. We've seen the harsh government response and the historical context of dynastic politics. Despite these challenges, the spirit of activism burns bright, fueled by a desire for a fair and just future. What are your thoughts on the situation in Bangladesh? Have you or your family been affected by similar struggles? Share your stories and thoughts in the comments below. If you want to learn more, check out our previous episodes on global youth movements and their impact. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll dive deeper into the role of the diaspora in supporting their home countries. Also, don't miss our previous video about the history of Bangladesh from the prehistoric era to the modern day. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel. Your engagement helps us continue to bring these important stories to light. Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next update. Follow us on social media for more updates and ways to get involved. As a fellow Bengali who has lived both in Bangladesh and abroad for extensive periods, I understand the challenges and the hope we share for a better future. Together, we can make a difference. In closing, let us honor the courage of the Bangladeshi students and stand in solidarity with their fight for equality and justice. Their struggle is a reminder that the fight for human rights is universal, and each of us has a role to play in making the world a fairer, more just place. For more information and ways to support the students in Bangladesh, check out the links in the description. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, remember, activism knows no borders, and your voice can make a difference.